Test 1 2 check.
They hate on the YouTube streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you know what's what.
On the YouTube streets, you got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.
They hate on the YouTube streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you know what's what.
On the YouTube streets, you got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.
They hate on the YouTube streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. but it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you know what's what.
Under you to the streets, you got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream. Do y'all want your own copy of this song? I can hit you with the link right now.
They hit on you to the streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you know what's what.
Under you to the streets, you got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream. Yo. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Somebody got their feathers rustled. You know, somebody completely lost it earlier today. That's why I said, you know, let me just make a positive and happy show. You know what I'm saying? Just a positive show about happiness. You know, I'm just happy I'm above dirt. I'm happy I'm above the ground. You know what I'm saying? Somebody went full, what's the word? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, somebody had some YouTube tears and somebody went full like lunatic. Yeah, there we go. Full ham, literally. You know what I'm saying? And hog maws. And you know what's funny is, you know, in the sector world, we call that YouTube tears. You know what I'm saying? And usually what happens is somebody will play that back
and everybody be like listening to someone self roast themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, when they have these YouTube tiers, basically what they end up doing is self roasting themselves. So that's why I said I'm done with the videos, because people are roasting themselves. There's no video I can make that'll make it any more interesting or worse or whatever. It's, you are roasting yourselves. You know, some people don't need trolls anymore because they troll themselves. They're on automatic troll. You know what I'm saying? So, Bosszilla's in the house, and Latanya, and you know, since I've been you know, my docs have been dropped. Let me just go on ahead and put my name out there. D'Anthony, Pretty Tony Harris. You know what I'm saying? My picture and my name, so there's no use to hiding. Someone said that if now that our pictures and government names are out there, we are destroyed and we can't do what we usually do, and since we can't pick on people anymore, we have no content and nothing to do. Well, I invite you to check my video playlist. My video playlist doesn't have any drama. It's all entertaining. You know, it's satire and humor, nice sounds and visuals, and I do giveaways. Bro, thank you for this life, because outside is real disgusting out there. And I'm glad you brought that up, Dice. And yeah, get that screenshot. You know, there's no use of hiding because my name has been dropped, my photo's been dropped. But this photo looks a little different than the other photo. And what I heard is the first photo ain't real, so I heard that they got another photo of me, but they haven't had the courage to drop that yet. But there is a football player named Anthony Harris that played for the Dolphins, so make sure you got the right one. Don't be stalking nobody and getting in trouble with the law. He said it's either one or two things: mental illness, drug addicts, or a whole bunch of adults that don't know how to grow up. So doing all this is equivalent to them playing with toys and make-believe. Grandma in the building. C. Wilson was in the building. She had to get back to the Super Bowl or something. Kayla in the building. Much appreciated. We're going to get you wrenched up soon, Kayla. Bobby, Birdie, BB, we're going to get you wrenched up soon. Hudson River, we're going to get you in there. Everybody, you know, because it's just a Tracy by nature. This is just, what you call it, club jackets. You know, like membership jackets. You see what I'm saying? That's all. Maybe your attire is not appropriate. So when you come into the club, they hand you a jacket at the door so you won't look out of place when you're in here. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it go. So there's a lot of places like that. They got restaurants like that. But when he's talking about real, now on YouTube, yes, I agree with Dice. And I also thought he was talking about how, I wasn't sure, but this was my own thinking. I was thinking that the level of poverty and the way people are taking losses because of the virus, and people are losing their jobs, people are getting desperate. You see what I'm saying? They're getting desperate out there. And I'll give you an example. 18 minutes ago, a Gucci purse, iPhone taken in strong arm robbery. Okay? And that was only 1.5 miles away from where I'm at. 6 people fighting. All right? A man with a gun, 8.5 miles away. You see what I'm saying? Police activity, 4.8 miles. That was, look, the Gucci purse iPhone taken was only 18 minutes ago. Gunshots detected. All right, 6.8 miles away. Mercedes-Benz crashed into a tree and a fire hydrant. 19 miles away. That happened 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago, more gunshots detected. That was only 5.7 miles away. And, you know, it's just super real out there. It's super real out there. The virus is spreading. It came back stronger than before, and these gatherings like you know, Thanksgiving and stuff and Christmas just makes it worse. And the protests, when you go to protests, it just makes it worse. You know, just put the protests on reserve until the shit is over. Then you just make one big protest for everything. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. You sound like you're reading my Citizen app. Man, Dice is smart. I'm here in Phoenix. Around my house is so much stuff that goes on, but it's so quiet. Yeah, man, something can happen right around the corner. Like somebody got pistol whipped not that far away, and they robbed him and pistol whipped him. You know, somebody came up to my back door like I was an Uber. Like somebody came up to my back door, and I gave him the hand signal like I'm not the one. So I don't know if it was going to be a carjacking or an Uber mistake, because that's happened to me before. Even though my car, you never seen a car like mine as an Uber, but because it's a 4-door, they assume. But I do have a unique car, and brother man walked. See, I got a car where you don't think it's a 6'4". I got a car you don't think a 6'4", 215-pound gentleman is sitting in. You know, you think you walking up on somebody else. And so my back windows are tinted, more tinted than the front. So when he's just trying to get in the car, and he ain't really paying attention. So I tried to get his attention with the palm of my hand, and I gave him a hand signal to let him know I'm not the one. I just gave him a hand gesture to let him know I'm not the one. And once he picked it up, the sign language, he left my car alone and walked off. And I saw him coming down the street, but I didn't know he was going to walk up to my car. I was parked in the gas station. You see what I'm saying? But at that same street, people have been carjacked. Motorcycle riders been hit. Bicyclists been hit. People waving a knife. Matter of fact, African restaurant on that same block, a guy came in with a machete and started hacking the owner, but he survived. And he still was working like the next day, but he did get hacked with a machete several times. And yeah, is that? And then the Ethiopian restaurant right next door is the Eritrean liquor store with a mural of Nipsey Hussle on the wall, and somebody crashed a car through their window, their front door, to break into their store. And then they did the same thing to 7-Eleven down the street. So, and I live like, you know, in an area that's like, you know, it's like kind of like a Buckhead or like a Baldwin Hills or you know, the Evergreens or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what places are in the other cities and states and countries, but it's fairly nice. But that's where they go, because if you're near the freeway, you hit people. You try to get the wallet, the laptop, and the phone, and then you got about 3 or 4 blocks to get to the freeway. So most of the robberies happen near the freeway, within 3 blocks of the freeway, so they can get back on. And then the hood is just shit. On the freeway, you can get back the hood in about 10 to 15 minutes, and you could probably outrun the police. It depends on how much risk they want to take, you know. But you see, I got a Lincoln Continental. I think a brother would know. A brother might be in a Lincoln, not today in 2020, but you know, in the 70s or whatever. You walk up on a Fleetwood, a Coupe de Ville, a Lincoln Continental, even a Cadillac Alante. You know, it's a brother driving. You know what I'm saying? You know it's a brother driving. It's quiet in the background, man. We need just a little theme music in the background while I'm talking. It's too quiet. Let me see if I can find some theme music. We'll just turn it down low in the background. I don't like dead air. And you listening to someone speaking through a real professional microphone. You can see the difference. Look, this is a real professional microphone, and I do have a split screen up so I won't ruin. See, when you got a real microphone, if you get any kind of moisture mic, you can ruin it. If you sneeze on it, or when you talk you spit a little bit, you can ruin your microphone. And if you don't keep the same distance from the mic, you sound unprofessional. So you have to. That's why the split screen is good, because it keeps you at a good distance from the mic, and you can remember where you were, and it keeps the spit. And another word, implosives. It reduces the amount of implosives when you speak. So an implosive is when you say words that have the letter P in it, and also the letter S and the letter T. Those are very harsh words that will make the listening. When you're broadcasting and stuff like that, it's all about the listening pleasure. The audience also always have to find the listening experience pleasurable. So when it's not pleasurable, that's when they leave. And I'm not looking at the chat yet because I'm looking for the Uncle Fester reprise, so I can play that in the background. And if you don't know what a reprise is, feel free to Google that. I'm gonna have to turn the volume down once it goes. There we go. Let me check the sound. Let me test the sound. Okay. I can't hear this. I can't hear the sound in the studios, but I'm gonna turn on the sound in the studio. Media source. Dice know what I'm doing right now. I'm turning on the monitor output. He's another master of OBS Studio. Let me see. There we go. That's the Uncle Fester reprise. Let me put it on repeat so I don't have to keep starting it over. There we go, it's on loop. Let me see. Oh, that started to sound like a remix. So anyway, somebody said something in the chat room. Grandma, yes, we are family. Lincoln Continental and the brand new Cadillac. Say what? You mean not a Radio Shack one? Exactly, Kayla. Evelyn Underwood in the building. Boszilla. Dice said, you sound like you're reading my, yeah. I was reading, you guessed it, I was reading A Citizen Act. And what else we got here? Shout out to everyone if I missed your name or whatever like that. I know there's a lot going on in these YouTube streets. So yeah, Ali the Sag in the building, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's the winter time, so I want to make sure everybody have a coat and feel comfortable in the club / lounge. You know, I empathize with people. Like, I had no idea that people would get on a podium or a platform, and without any knowledge at all, they would just speak on based on, I guess, from watching television and checking Google, like watching. I guess that's what they do. They watch TV for many years and movies, and they got everything. They got HBO, Sony, Disney, Netflix, and they get a whole education from all of that stuff. And no, I don't. I have a foreign car. I usually have a foreign, but you know what? I just got a letter in the mail where they will sell me a new car if I trade my car in. They want me to trade my foreign car in for a brand new American. No, it's not an American car, but I guess they want me to trade my car in for a Japanese car. And at this point, I kind of want to do it because, you know, the maintenance on my car is going to be crazy. And I've had it for a while, and believe it or not, let me see, how long have I had it? I think I've had it for 4 years. I think I've had it for 4 years, and it only has 28,000 miles on it. I had the engine replaced with a newer engine. It wasn't on purpose. It's just that I had piston failure, so I had the engine replaced, and it was under warranty. And because it's a rare car, it took them 7 weeks. It took them 7 weeks and 2 engines before they got it right. So they had to use on the second engine. They was able to get it right. So it's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know Ali. I know Ali was live going off earlier, not today, but on the other day. But let me show you what a real mic sound like. I just took a sip of Coca-Cola. See what I'm saying? That was in HD. That was in HD surround sound. And you don't have to break the bank to get a good mic. You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna use a secondary camera and port it towards the mixing board and just lay different things on the mixing board. I have several mics for different occasions. I got one of those sports announcer type mics. I got the rap studio mic. I got the mic for traveling and doing interviews and field recordings. I got the vlog mic where you just like vlogging. I got wireless mics if I'm shooting a movie or commercial or whatever. I got you need several mics. I got the lavalier mic that you can hide and pin under the lapel, and you can connect that to a wireless mic. Man does not live by a single mic alone. You see what I'm saying? I even got a thing that you plug into your phone to make your phone look like a regular landline phone. So when you, I like to fuck with people when I'm sitting in the car. It looked like it's one of them old Dolomite movies where you got the guy on the telephone pole and you holding the regular phone to his head in the limo. But yeah, I thought it was a prop mic, but it is connected to her laptop. But her mic is no different than the mic that's built into the computer. It's just a directional mic. See, all mics are not the same. We can do shows. We could do shows on all those types of subject. There are omnidirectional mics. There are directional mics. There are condenser mics. You know what I'm saying? And they got all types of mics. It depends on what you're trying to do. They got they got the stage mics. They got mics that they mic up drum instruments. They mic up guitar amps. They got mics for every occasion. A percussionist will have several mics, different types of mics. When you see Sheila E. playing the drums, she got her drums mic'd up. You see what I'm saying? It's just mics. You got to choose your mics wisely. But the good thing is, let me tell you, if your mic is made out of plastic, you already lost. And I don't care what size it is. It can be very small, very tiny. If your mic is made out of plastic, it better be some hard industrial, some kind of hard alien type plastic. But yeah, if your mic don't have a little weight on it, like if you know what I'm saying, I have a small Rhodes mic. It has a big old dead cat on it. So when I film my son's, graduation and stuff with my iPad, it was cool. And my iPad had this thing called an onographer, and I had lenses for it, and you could put a mic on top. But if you don't have a dead cat, this is what your recording sounds like. And it sounds worse than that because I got a split screen. You know what I'm saying? So, you just can't go on Amazon and just say, oh, that one's cute, bigger than a peanut. You know what I'm saying? And buy it. You can't even test the mic that's online because you need it in your presence to test it. And because of Corona and stuff, it'll be hard to return a microphone if purchased. So you got to make sure you read the reviews, read what other people say. I recommend a very durable mic, even though my son found the way to break it and I had to repair it. The Meteor, the Samson Meteor mic, because you could use that with your iPhone or tablet, iPhone, tablet, whatever. You could use it with your PC and stuff, and you can plug your headphones into it, and it's made out of metal, and it has its own legs, and it can screw onto a microphone stand, and it can fit in your pocket, and it looks like one of them old Motown microphones, but it just looks modern. It looks like a little rocket ship. You know what I'm saying? Yep, kids breaking everything. Cynthia Rose, welcome. Let me make you comfortable. You know what I'm saying? In our club we have a dress code. So I just want to make sure that you're comfortable. You see what I'm saying? And you have a great channel. I like the new direction that you're going in, and it's all good. Oh, thank you. Maybe I don't know if you caught the intro. So she called me the real Eddie God, and that's a great compliment. So I'm gonna see if I live up to that compliment. I'm gonna play the intro one more time, and I'm gonna also give you a link to the song in case you want it.
They hate notice you to the streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast, you know what's what.
I'm you to the streets. You got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.
Yeah, so hold on. Yeah, I'm done on the and once I heard a channel holder say, y'all can suck my son so and so, I said, you know what? It's time to step away. It's time to bow out. It's not fun anymore. That person is really sick and disgusting. So I said, you know what? I'm going to right on, Cynthia. I'm just gonna say, I'm moving on now. I see the sickness in it. It just, that was it. Like, that's when only, like, this guy told me a story. This guy told me a story how he pretended to be crazy to get SSI. But when he told me the story, I said, once you cross the line, it's not pretend anymore. You see what I'm saying? He said that he urinated on himself and did number 2 and act like he couldn't speak. Like he couldn't sign and stuff. So they signed the papers for him, and he been getting paid ever since SSI. But when he told me the story, I said to myself, a normal person wouldn't go that far to get SSI. When you did number 1 and number 2 on yourself in the office, that's when it became official that you're crazy. He told me this story and he laughed, and usually I guess people give him a high five and be like, yeah, nigga, you did that. But I kind of snickered and kind of grinned and looked the other way and said, damn, he crazy. You need it. Now, a real person who gets the crazy check, their story would be like, they came and got me on my job and said, you can't work no more. Now, another person on SSI told me that. He said, when I was a teenager, they came and got me on my job and I haven't worked since. They said I can't work. And then I got into, depression and drugs, but I've been sober for, I think he said 17 years. And he showed me all his sober coins. And he also said, my income is pretty much fixed, so I ask people for money so I can get a little extra stuff, because once I pay my bills, I don't have no extra money. And I said, okay, you know what I'm saying? But the dude who had the story about shitting on himself, no, bro, you're crazy when you did that. When you get online and drink a ton of alcohol and take some ranch dressing and put it on a toy and stick it in your mouth on the World Wide Web for a chance of 700 million people to see you from around the world, that's when you cross the line. And then concerned citizens called the police because out of their concern, because most people are decent and loving. Concerned citizens called the police for a wellness check. When the police got there, they said that your keys were in the door. And this ain't the first time we heard a story about you leaving your keys in the door. Okay? So if you're concerned about your safety and well-being, if you think people on the internet is trying to kill you and that your address is public and people know where you live, why would you get drunk on camera, dance with hardly any clothes on in the shadows, and then use sex toys with your keys in the door? That doesn't sound like a person that's concerned about their safety. That does not sound like a person that's been doxxed. That's not a person that's thinking about suicide. That sounds like a person who's mentally unstable or they on some kind of drug. Now, that person said that I'm the one doing drugs, but there's no video that would make you be concerned or insinuate or make you feel like that I'm a person that's a drug user. But the latter, the person that I'm talking about, there's tons of evidence that something is awry. You know what I'm saying? So Peanut is in the building. Peanut Nola, support his channel. He comes with, you know what I like about Peanut's channel is that he's consistent in what he believes in, and I can respect that. You know, and people do, you know, stay consistent. Those are the ones I watch. And Dice, he stayed consistent. Shout out to Bright Street. And yes, it does not make sense. You see what I'm saying? And when I seen the stuff that happened in Cynthia Rose's house in her kitchen with the things moving and catching on fire, I said, that shit is real. That's a real entity right there. If you want to see a classic movie like that, it's called The Entity. It's a classic. This lady she moved houses and the entity came with her. They had to replicate her house in a gym and use a bunch of cameras and stuff, and they used CO2 to freeze the entity. They let her sleep, and they recreated her whole house inside a warehouse, and they caught the entity. That's a classic horror. I'm into horror and sci-fi. When I see a buffer, I pause. Well, I'm into horror and sci-fi, but I fell off on the horror. But if you want to see a classic horror film, it's The Entity, for sure. Evelyn Underwood in the building. So look, I've been playing the Uncle Fester reprise in the background, and if some of you guys are new to his lordship, you might not heard the lyrics to Uncle Fester. So I'm gonna let that roll for a second.
If I was to ever have sex with you, you would never want any one of your females no more. But I would never do that, cause you can't handle me sexually.
Uncle Fester, do the Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester, do the Uncle Fester. If you got one arm, then you can do your best. Look into the camera when you do the Uncle Fester. Percocets, all on the dresser. 20 for 35, can't charge any lesser for me. No friends, no spouse, no dog. No paper, no cheddar, no job. 16-hour streams, cause we got to do it live. We got no views, then we fake a suicide. Once you look at the screen from the corner of her eyes, you can tell everything she says a bold-faced lie. Uncle Fester, do the Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester, do the Uncle Fester. If you got one arm, then you can do your best. Look into the camera when you do the Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester, do the Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester, do the Uncle Fester. If you got one arm, then you can do your best. Look into the camera when you do the Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester, do the Uncle
and we're black. I stole that from Uncle Black. And we're black. And this is his lordship. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And thank you for the compliments and everything. I appreciate that. I really work hard at this stuff, and I really love, you know, like multimedia stuff. And I went through it's been a long journey. You know, I was like a hip hop dancer for female rappers and singers, and then I became a rapper, and then I got into hip hop, and then I got into electronic music. And I said, you know what, we can merge the two together, and I could bridge the gap between hip hop and electronic music. So that's what I've been doing for many, many, many years. And I was in school of the arts in high school. I played the saxophone, and music always been my life. And I always wanted to, you know, I like, ever since the movie Mahogany, I like photography. So it was like, you know, now you got YouTube, you can do all these things in the box, and the software is free too to do your show. I said, you know, and you got the World Wide Web. Cause back in the day, I was so desperate. I did public TV and pirate radio, you know, and my podcast account is at least 10 years old. My podcast channel, and then a couple of years ago, I did internet radio based out of a station out of Ireland for a year and a half. And on Mixcloud and SoundCloud, there are 50 episodes of my old radio show on Mixcloud and SoundCloud. But anybody that's ever got an email from me, they know the link, so I'm not going to say nothing about that. But this person calls they self exposing me and putting out my government name. All right. And they put out a pixelated picture. But who in the sector know how to pixelate a picture? Now I know probably Dice and Ashe and a couple of people may know how to pixelate a picture, but come on. So and so don't know how to pixelate a picture, and the person that gave it to her do not know how to pixelate a picture. Now you can look at the information, I forgot what you call it, but the metadata of that picture and find out what's going on with that picture. I pixelated that picture. I created that picture 2 years ago. I dropped that picture in a Hangout, and I wanted to see who was going to bite and who was going to use it against me if they got mad. Years for that picture to come back. And who hands did it ended up in? It ended up in Uncle Fester's hands. Isn't that a trip? That picture. You know, so it took 2 years for that to come back. Let me see. You gonna need a new intro? Let me know, man. It is all good. It's all gravy. It took a long time. That show you that people was really loyal and people was dedicated, but it took a while for people to fall out, and nobody fell out with me, but nobody's been using that Hangout for at least a year. And 2 or 3 days ago, I kicked somebody out of a Hangout that nobody even uses, right? And that person got mad and gave Latanya that pixelated picture from the Hangout. But it's not real, you know. But it was just an experiment. It's the same as putting a note in a bottle and throwing it in the ocean and see if the current will take it down to San Diego or up to Oregon somewhere. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's like people put notes in a bottle and throw it out in the water, throw it out in the lake, and see if it gets to Chicago. You on the Michigan side, you throw it in the water to see if it makes it the way around to Chicago. So that's what I did. Yeah, that's the real story. So that's the real story. I pixelated my own picture. I used a Photoshop app. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's called PL or LG or PE or something. It's a Lighthouse LH. And that's one of the only apps I know that can do that. And you can do all kind of stuff with that Photoshop app. No endorsement. And because it was a joke. I said, hey, y'all, since we got this group and everybody cool and we tight and we powwowing and getting the receipts together to fuck with people and all that shit, I'm don't tell nobody, but here's my picture. And then when I dropped it, everybody laughed. And it was just a random picture I found on the internet, and I pixelated that way. Whoever it is won't get, because it is a person. That person could probably sue me, So, some people don't do their research, and there's nothing that you can do from a bed or a couch that will be threatening to me. I ain't never in fear of somebody who sits on a couch or a bed and waits for trolls to give them the receipts. So when you waiting on someone to give you something, you can be manipulated, controlled. You can get false information because you believe in every piece of gossip that you get. You know what I'm saying? People be saying, well, I follow the 48 laws and I read the Art of War. And you ain't read The Art of War. The Art of War, shit, it's written and it's translated into English. And when you read it, if you don't bite your tongue while reading it out loud, then you a real literary person. You're illiterate, not illiterate, but illiterate. You know what I'm saying? So people be brushing. They be throwing those books at you. They be throwing those names at you. Right in my hand right now, I have Behold the Pale Horse. I'm looking at The Oath. So anybody who read this book before, they know what I'm looking at. And this is the oath that people take when you think they join the Illuminati and stuff like that. I was going to read that today, but I wasn't going to bore you. I'll save it for another time. But in my left hand is my phone looking at the chat. In my right hand is Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper. I'm on page 100. I'm on page 100, and it has the oath. I, so and so, such and such, now in the presence of the Almighty God, the Blessed Virgin Mary, the blessed Saint John the Baptist, the holy apostles, Saint Peter's and Saint Paul, and all the saints. See, that's the oath. When you say somebody joins the Illuminati, that's the oath that they take. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 90% sure this is that oath. All right? And at the end of that oath, you know what's amazing about this oath and why people are willing to do what they do? They say that that I will provide myself with arms and ammunition that I may be in readiness when the word is passed, or I am commanded to defend the church either as an individual or with a militia of the Pope. And I, and all of which I, so and so, such and such, do swear by the blessed Trinity and the blessed sacrament which I am now to receive, to perform on the part to keep this my oath. In my testimony hereof, I take this most holy and blessed sacrament. See, now they're going to drink a solution, probably blood of a sacrificed goat or some shit. I'm surrounded by books. I ain't got to go to the black bookstore. And I ain't got to go to Borders Book. I'm surrounded by books. And anybody who don't believe in books, and anybody that don't believe that words are important, I can't rock with that. You see what I'm saying? I really didn't want to read the whole thing because words are so powerful. I feel like if I read if I read it from beginning to end, I feel like I'm still evoking myself into an oath, because you know what? Oh, you read that? Good. Yeah, I need to read it again, because when I read it, I probably was so excited that I didn't suck everything out of it. But yeah, your favorite YouTuber thinks that words are not important, and words are mantras. That's why America is so like they got so much power, is because of their language. We have a lot of words that don't mean anything, and then we got words that do mean stuff that's very, very powerful. The reason why in Korea, where King Jong-un, I don't know how to pronounce his name, King Jong-un, something like that. Is it King Cuckoo? I don't know. But the dictator in Korea, right? His people suffer dearly, right? But the word suffer is not in their dictionary. Kim Jong-un, thank you very much, Ali. See, I don't mind relying on the chat to help me. I don't speak condescendingly to the chat and ignore the chat and just pontificate for hours, because my opinion is the only opinion that matter. King Jong-un, the word poor is not in their dictionary. Poor, freedom, destitute, broke, starvation, none of those words are in their the vocabulary. So if you don't have those words in your vocabulary, you don't know that you're poor or broke, and you don't know how other people live, because you don't have no contact with the outside world. Even the word love is reserved for the leader. You won't see somebody say, I love my children, or I love my wife. When they use the word love, it's in reference to their leader. You see what I'm saying? Their leader, and the story of how he became their leader, is equivalent to the Bible story. So Kim Jong-un is like a Jesus figure in his country. Isn't that crazy? And you better have his picture on the wall. Now, talk about culture. In America, if you shooting a picture or a film, if you aim the camera down on the child, you're showing the child as needy and weak and helpless. So if you're trying to raise money for children, you always film a child with the camera aiming downward. If you want to make a child look smart and well taken care of and fun and witty and lovable, then you take the camera at eye level. And if you want to hold a child up to a high esteem to make them look like a future leader or somebody's very intelligent, then you aim the camera upward. And you do that for leaders, and you do that for statues and stuff. So there was an American photographer visiting Kim Jong-un's country, and the photographer laid on the ground to take a picture of his statue. They almost whooped his ass. They almost put him in prison. They said it was disrespectful for him to lay on the ground to take a picture of their dear leader. That's how crazy it is. And Osayami in the building, and Beady Beady in the building. I like that name. That name is cool. All right, I don't want to, preach for too long, so we'll just have little brief intermissions, okay? I don't hear any sound, so let me see if I can find the sound. There we go. Yeah, I also yeah, I like to ride the electric unicycle. It's it gets you from point A to point B very well, and it's not that heavy, so you can still take your car where you got to go, and still be able to park in a decent area where you ain't got to park at a meter, and ride the rest of the way to your destination. And if anybody want to inquire about an intro or whatever, you can always hit me on Lordship 2020 on Lordship 2020 on Instagram. That's my name there. And yeah, let me play one more riding video. I just want to get a cup of water.
Yeah. Up next, the legend. It's been a long time coming, for real. Blessing us again on Respect Radio. Gonna drop some new school, some old school. Respect EV Radio. Sounds of DJ Randall coming in. Quick shout out to all the basements in Minneapolis tuned in.
Hello. So that's cool. You digitally removed the camera stick. Well, guess what? There's a thing called a stitch line, and thank you, Osayami, and everybody. There's a thing called a stitch line, right? For all 360 cameras, there's a empty dimensional void called the stitch line, and that's this. So, depending on how thick your camera is, that space between the two lenses is the stitch line. So as long as whatever your camera connected to is thinner than the stitch line, then you won't see it. Then it becomes invisible. You see what I'm saying? And I want to show you a better example of that, because sometimes I use a 20-foot pole. For this video, it was a very short stick. But when you use a longer pole, it looks amazing. You can't even get that kind of shot with a drone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's called a stitch line. So, to be quite honest, I need to label my videos more. They're not labeled. And we had this problem before. I was trying to find a video and we kept going through them, but I think that they need an update on the on this thing where you could preview it somehow beforehand. Oh, you know what? I do got a folder called Egypt. Let me see if it's in there. Okay. So I'm going to preview it on my end before I let it loose. And for those of you that's still hanging around, I appreciate you hanging around. Sometimes his lordship is not that exciting. But you know what? We only can preview it live. So let's just go down the list and see if we can find the video I'm looking for. All right. Let's see what it do. Okay, that's not it. That's not the one. Let's try it. Let's go down the line.
So, Friday the 3rd.
That's not it either. We gonna find it though. I like that one though. That one that's some great camera trickery. I hit a speed bump and I made the camera drop down to the speed bump so you can see it and put it back up. But believe it or not, all this editing and stuff is done on the phone. This is not done on the computer. All of this is done on the phone. That's not it either. Fade to black. See, these are unlabeled videos, so this is totally my fault. Let's see. This one is interesting. Let's rock with this one. Yeah, let's rock with this one. I'll turn the volume down so we can talk. So, as you could tell, you can hear so much sound, right? See, this is a 360 camera, but it has 6 microphones. And not only it's a 360 camera, it's a regular camera, and you can use it as a vlogging camera. You can make it a regular GoPro, or you could actually use it to go live, and it connects to Wi-Fi and everything, and you can go live on the internet. But you're gonna need at least 1,000 subs to go live with it. But you can go live on Switch, but to go live on YouTube, you need 1,000 subs and a certain amount of hours. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that's not it. Nope. But what you do is you move the camera in post-production. Yeah, you move the camera in post-production. You don't do it in real time. Let me see what this is. Yeah. No, we close though. We in the ballpark. Yeah, we are in the ballpark. And my mic is hot. Okay, great. Yeah, man, people been leaving a mic on, and you hear them crying in the background when they thought the mic was off. You hear somebody all, peace and love and happiness, and we're having fun. And then the next day, robbery at CVS. Wow. Sometimes I listen to Chicago, Detroit, and certain cities news. Yeah, it's not there. It should have been though. Well, we tried it. Let me see what this is. Some of these videos are disrespectful, so we have to be careful. I gotta. Oh yeah, see. I'm possessed by His Lordship. You see what I'm saying? I can't click the wrong button. It can get you in trouble. But you know, I'm just gonna continue on, and maybe He will leave my body. But anyway, I need help. I cannot stop lying. I'm just totally ignorant, and I'm ashamed, and I don't know how to tell anyone. So I'm just gonna take a break and change my name again and start a new channel. Okay. Anyway, Lordship, please leave my body. That wasn't on the schedule. These videos are unlabeled, and I'm clicking random videos. So let me apologize for that snafu. That was a complete mistake. I was not trying to play that. I really wasn't. What is it? See, that's an intro. All right, let's go down the list. Let's see what this is. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. I'm using a 20-foot. I screwed two monopoles together, so full extension is at least 18 feet with the 360 camera. So check this out. Now you notice how the sound quality, the sound. This is what amazes me today. Thank you, Grandma and Osayami and people that's hanging out with your boy. This device has 6 microphones, so it's picking up the sound of the wheel, the music that's on my unicycle. I have a GoPro suction mount with a Sony Bluetooth speaker attached to it, and you can hear the music coming from that, one of my remixes, and then you can hear the church bell off in the distance, and you can hear the people around. And so if you got 360 video, you got to have 360 sound. So with 6 microphones, basically you're getting a 360 sound. And also, usually you need a dead cat on your mic, so you won't hear the sound of the wind. But whoever designed this thing is a genius. You don't need a dead cat with this device, and the camera is called a GoPro Max. Now, some people say, there's a couple of cameras that people would rather use, but unless you're on the football field shooting a football game, or on a racing car track, or horse racing, and you're working for CBS or Fox or NFL, nobody needs that kind of what's the name of that device? I'm going to look it up online for you. It's the GoPro Max. But what we're going to do is we're going to step into we're going to go into the web theater. This is the web theater, and where we display things that's on the web. See, we have different rooms at His Lordship. You walk into different rooms to see different things, right? So we're going to talk. Now, what I'm doing and how I present my show, you can be taught this. This is not rocket science. Things could be made for you. I can customize your whole look. You could think of me as an interior decorator. If you have a concept for a show, if you're into like Felix the Cat, I could design a whole show in a Felix the Cat type of look, with things that move around and background and all kind of stuff. And your show got the Felix the Cat vibe. And you in the Corvettes, whatever you into, construction. Your favorite movie is the Godfather. I could design any look for your whole show, theme music and everything. I don't just do intros. I can design your storefront. You gotta. I mean, on the internet, metaphorically speaking, you just open up a hip hop shop, and you need the front of the store to make people want to come in and look cool. Well, I can design the name that goes on the marquee and dress the window, and then I can come in and tell you where the shoes should be and the clothing, and what people should see first when they walk in, and what they have access to, and where the dressing room should be. So I could do that on OBS Studio for you. I could design your doing an intro and an outro is just scratching the surface. When you look at people like Almighty Wisdom and stuff, he has a whole look and theme for his show, and that's what inspired me. I don't know if you ever watched Almighty Wisdom, but I really like what he was doing with his show, and other people too, Dice too, other people, and I said, yeah, all things are possible. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm typing in the GoPro Max. All right. Going to the official site of the GoPro Max. Now, if you become a member, they take $100 off the cost. If you subscribe to their membership, which allow you all kind of privileges, including if your product get damaged, because those lenses are easy to damage if you're not careful. I'm very methodical and very ceremonial on how I handle this camera, because once you damage the lens, that's it. The other GoPros, you can the other GoPros you can screw out the lens or swap the lens, but not with the Max. They don't play that with the Max. So let me hold on one second. I'm using two screens, so you got to bear with me. Yeah, see, I try not to dox myself and all kind of stuff, so I have to do pre-prep work, and this is on the fly. So anyway, here we go. That's the GoPro Max. Okay. Now, this has a lens cover for protection when you're carrying it around in your pocket and stuff like that. But if you're doing some dangerous stuff and you think you might scratch the lens, it has these protection lenses that go over the lens, but they give you a poor quality, because this is 6K right here. This is 6K. And you can do slow motion, all kind of stuff. You can do a lot of great things. And it has a function to keep the horizon line. So when you saw me shooting my unicycle, I had the GoPro upside down, but there's a button that says no matter which direction I hold in the GoPro, always keep the horizon line the same, which is amazing. As far as I'm concerned, I like the GoPro Max. You see what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned. Now, the professionals will say the 360 Pro or whatever. It's a thinner, more narrow one. But yeah, I personally, and I don't even stutter. I don't know why I'm stuttering. I like the Max myself. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm feeling the Max. Hey, what's up, Luna Moon in the building? That's why I'll try to create a happy space for people. If you're tired of hearing screaming and yelling and cussing and motherfucker and fuck y'all and y'all can go to hell where gasoline draws on and suck my son, all that stuff. If you you come over here and take a break from all of that, you know what I'm saying? But the GoPro Max is amazing because you can mount it to your helmet, your chest, your motorcycle. Really, it's really cool when you put it. Guess what? They mount this camera to the roof of the car with the suction cup. Tornado chasers. I went to a website that had 35 million views. I did not know supercells was so popular to watch on YouTube. Watching tornadoes on YouTube is very, very popular. And they be having this camera mounted on the roof of their car. And I got the same equipment. I got the mount with the suction cup mount and everything. I mean, accessories for the GoPro is very expensive. Right on Bright Street. I just broke one of my I tell you, look, I just broke one of my GoPro accessories. I'm not finna buy another one no time soon. I don't know where my next dollar is coming from. But when I had it, I bought everything that I needed. You know what I'm saying? And Diva Tomboyish, the Devilicious Tomboy, is in the house. Make sure you support her channel and watch her show. She just had 2 great shows back to back. And it was really cool. And she was listening to music on her last show, some rock music. And I like 9 Inch Nails. I like Bush. I like Soundgarden. I like Nirvana. Marilyn Manson did a movie. He did a remake of Sweet Dreams, and he wrote a very interesting book. I like Smashing Pumpkins. I like see, these are the people that came on when you came back from the club, when you came back from listening to black music all night and partying, and you came home and turned on MTV. All you had was Smashing Pumpkins and all those groups like that to watch, you know, just to escape. Yeah. But yeah, people be surprised. You cannot stereotype black people. You cannot pigeonhole black people. Black people, look, Friends and Seinfeld was in black people top 20 list. Nobody want to admit that. Friends was in the black people top 20 most watched shows when they like to watch TV. And you can't tell me you didn't watch Cheers and Taxi. You can't tell me just the music alone. You gonna listen to the theme song before you change the channel. All right. So anyway, we can transition this show into a equipment show, stuff that I use and to produce this show, to make those remixes, to do the filming with. You see what I'm saying? We could do that. You know, would you like to do that? We can discuss the tools that I have at my hand that I use to do these shows with, to produce the video and the songs and stuff like that. You know, since we chilling and we trying to stay on a positive note, and I don't want to gossip or expose anybody, then what do we talk about? They must be right. If we ain't talking about them, we don't have no content. So you let me know. I let the audience decide. We can talk about production. I'm sure people have an interest and want to have their own show and create content for their own show, but you need decent tools. And I'm here to tell you that you don't have to spend that much money, and you can accumulate tools over time. All right, cool. Well, let me type something else into the search. So, you know, if you had to pick one camera, the GoPro Max and your cell phone, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with that. Now, if you use your cell phone, cell phone, you're going to need a gimbal. You're going to need a 3-axis. Laverne and Shirley, tell me you didn't mix milk and Pepsi one time just to see what it tastes like. Tell me that. Tell me you never, if you watch Laverne and Shirley, tell me that you didn't try milk and Pepsi together once, at least once. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, but I wanted to. Because that's what they did on the show. I don't know what it tastes like. But they mix milk and Pepsi on Laverne. If you're a real Laverne and Shirley fan, you know. Okay? You did, huh? You did it. Look, I really don't think I did it. But I wanted to. But media has a strong effect on people, and that's why you have to be careful what you put out there, because media has a very strong effect on people. You see what I'm saying? So, and I give you another example. When I was living in the suburbs in a 71 home community, and I just had my son, you bet I took my son outdoors by myself in the moonlight and held my son up to the air and said, Kunta Kinte. You know I did it. How many black people still do that? Ever since the movie Roots. Kuta Kinte. I did it with my son. I swear to God. Patty Paradox in the building. In the building. Okay? Come on. That's what Alex Haley started. I did it. You know, I always wanted to do it. I just didn't know when. So when I had my son, I went outside. I ain't even asked my wife. I just took my baby outside and held him up. Kuta Kinte. Okay. If you know, the GoPro Max is about, it's on the website it says $399, but it's really $499. But if you get their membership, they will subtract $100 off the cost. All right. But if you already own a iPhone that's an i7 or higher, that's all you need. And then you get yourself a 3-axis gimbal and get yourself a tripod. And don't get a cheap tripod, because you'll keep buying them. And you realize, damn, if I would have got a good tripod, I would only have one that I can even give to my kids. So instead of buying tripods every year or every 2 years, get one good one that you could just pass down to the family. All right. And get you the Osmo OM4 gimbal. I got the Skylab gimbal in the Osmo OM4. My son did that Lion King thing with his kid. Well, you know what? This generation Roots is the Lion King, which is good and bad, because we need to move on. We need to move on. We need to remember, but I'm a bigger fan of Sankofa. Okay? Because the man made Roots. 60 pages of the Roots was pleasurized, and Alex Haley was sued. The Roots was a hustle between the king in Ghana and Alex Haley together, tried to figure out a way to promote tourism to Ghana. So I don't know how much Alex Haley was paid under the table, but it was an excellent way to increase tourism to Ghana. And 60 pages of the Roots was pleasurized, and that's why you don't have the golden anniversary, the silver anniversary, the platinum anniversary of Roots. There's no anniversary show. There's no Trumpet Award. There's no BET Award for Alex Haley. You ever notice that none of these people honor Alex Haley? There's no NAACP Award for Alex Haley. Now, there's a company called Madaya Films. It's an Ethiopian couple that's based out of Washington, D.C. and in Oakland. They make real black films with no black stars in it, just black actors. And one of their most amazing films took 9 years to make and $1.5 million without Hollywood involved. Now, they might be Jewish Ethiopians, because one of their films was in the Jewish Film Festival. I had to go to the Jewish Film Festival to see it. But there's a lot of Ethiopian Jews, even though Israel does not recognize any Jewish Ethiopians. They do not recognize them. Also, Ethiopia has the second Jerusalem. Ethiopia has Jerusalem 2.0, because when the Muslims was taking over the area where Jesus was born, a visiting Ethiopian said that God's story and God's sacred place must be remembered, and if it gets taken over, then it must be duplicated. So a pilgrim from for lack of better words, came from visiting the Holy Land and went back to Ethiopia and built Exum. He built 4 churches out of stone, and it doesn't even have any support beams, and they don't know where the material went that they used to build it, and they don't know how they built it. There's no construction plans. There's no support beams and nothing nothing like that. And every year, people go on a pilgrimage to that place for Christmas. I'm saying this because Christmas is coming up, and some people leave 3 months ahead of time to get to that place by foot. Okay? Yeah, right on, Luna. One story leads to another story. One story leads to another story. But now the iPhone, you might hear popcorn being popped in the background, but I do use a compressor to keep from outside noise from getting in, so you won't hear me typing on typewriter keys and breathing heavily and stuff like that. But anyway, there's a thing called Filmic Pro. Okay, Filmic Pro. If you have this app on your phone, you can have it on an Android phone too. Right on, Bright Street. I just talk about things that I'm sure of. If I'm not sure, my biggest fear is to sound ignorant or uninformed. And if I'm misinformed, I hope that someone in the chat can enlighten me, and I'm willing to concede, and I'm open-minded enough to take that into consideration. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm always learning myself. You know, if people would just watch your show and listen instead of them thinking that you're hating on them. I'm not hating on anybody. Just watch the show. Now, Filmic Pro, you can go to their website. It's FILMIC, and filmicpro.com. And if you get this app, it turns your iPhone into a $13,000 motion picture camera. Okay? There was a movie called Unsane. It was shot with the iPhone 8 Plus and with this app. The same guy who filmed Ocean 11 is the same guy that shot Unsane, and it was in all major theaters, but it was shot on the phone. And he said, you know what, from now on, I'm pretty much going to use the phone for my movies. You see what I'm saying? Now, believe it or not, your boy Lordship have a video on this website that was shot with an iPhone 4S. All right? But don't go to this website looking for Anthony Harris and all that stuff. But there are 36 videos on this website. One of them is mine, and it goes back to 2014. So that lets you know how long I've had an interest in filming and media and production. All right. Yeah, you but anyway, but I'm not in the video, so, and yeah, eat your heart out. So this movie Tangerine Dream was shot with an iPhone 5S. Yeah, I'm Anthony Harris. You know, you didn't hear about that? You don't know? I've been doxxed. My picture is out there. My name is out there. Yeah, I thought you knew. Check it out.
Hi, this is Anthony Harris. You're listening to the broadcast and live stream of the United Smart Broadcasters Collective, and we promise to bring you great content.
They hate on the YouTube streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible, straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you don't know what's what.
On the YouTube streets, you got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.
Yeah, so supposedly, at first I was the puppet master. Now I'm a has-been DJ cokehead now. And a pixelated picture was released, and my government name was dropped. Now, somebody thinks that they're not in trouble, or it ain't their fault that someone sent them the information. Like, you guys went and looked for my stuff, but this was sent to me. That sounds ridiculous. I put that fake picture out 2 years ago in a hangout. You can ask Sheba. It was a joke. It was in a hangout. I dropped that picture 2 years ago, and I wanted to see if it would come back one day. It took 2 years. Just like putting a note in a Coke bottle or something and throwing it in the water, throwing it in the lake, and see if it goes to the other side of the lake or to the other side of the ocean. And what happened? It took 2 years. So that tell you how loyal the people were in the hangout. Everybody was loyal. Everybody was cool with each other. Everybody was down for each other. Everybody was helping each other out. And then it went south. And then, some shit happened. But I threw that out there just to test someone's loyalty. So everybody in that hangout could be a suspect. But I recently I moved some furniture in the hangout, right? I made some decisions in the hangout that hasn't been used for a year. It's just still there. So I moved some things around. Somebody didn't like how I moved the furniture. All of a sudden that picture shows up, but I'm the one that created the receipt. I'm the receipt creator. So I'm the only one that could tell you if it's real or not. And I'm telling you that it isn't real because I created it with a Photoshop app. You see what I'm saying? I created it.
If I was to ever
You know,
have sex
and
with
since
you,
I'm
you
the
would
puppet
know
master,
any one of your females no more. But I would never do that.
You should be able to believe that, right? because I control all things. You're just a marionette.
You can do your best. Look into the camera when you do the Uncle Fester.
I control this. I control the strings. Okay, so that was a test, and you know what? Everybody passed the test. Everybody. I mean, if you could keep a secret for 2 years, that's pretty good. So I took a random photo. I pixelated it so the original person. You know, if you can find the original person, tell them and have them sue me because I'm the one that created it. But but I never dropped it. See, the person who dropped it, I should try to find that person that released it on the IG. That's the person that put out somebody's private photo. Luckily, it was pixelated. And then that person said, I've seen him. I've seen the original picture. I know what he looks like. That's a lie because that picture is random. I pixelated it with a Photoshop app. I think it's called LH or something like that. And yeah, that picture, I don't know who it is. But anyway, but I heard there's another picture of me out there. Who knows? Maybe that'll surface. But I never played for the Miami Dolphins. So if you find that Anthony Harris, that's not me. Okay. But that's why I wanted to create a loving and caring and kind place for people to hang out. And I'm glad that people showed up today, and we had a kind and loving experience today. Just listening to music and relating to each other and learning things about production, and stuff like that. I think so far so good. You know what I'm saying? So far so good. I'm just moving some things around. Give me a second. There we go. Now, okay, let me crank the music up. This is the reprise to the reprise to Uncle Fester. Yeah, that's my jam right there. That is my jam. Let me find another classic. Let's see here. You know what I lost? I lost the Uncle Fester the remix. Let's do this one.
His lordship.
Nigga, catch a charge, extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face, slap your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I throw a giggle, what's inside? Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. Pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's role play. cushy. Bring a bucket. Sweat and cushy.
This is His Lordship with my Soldier Love remix. I just want to say that you only get one journey, you only get one chance, you only have one moment to experience love. So while you're on this earth, take that leap, take that chance, take that risk, because once you achieve it, you never want to let it go. And you deserve it just like everybody else. Be a soldier for love.
I've lost the use of my heart. My mind is still alive. Still looking for the light. The endless pool on the other side. It's a wild, wild west. Doing my best. For the line of my face, means the land of my devotion. In the front line of this battle of mine, but I'm still alive. I'm a soldier of love. Every day and night, I'm a soldier of love. All the days of my life, every day and night, I'm a soldier of love. All the days of my
looking for the Nina Simone remix I did. Now, some people might be offset by this song and remix. But if you know your music and you're in the music and black, musical legends, Nina Simone was no joke, and they used her music for a Chanel commercial. I wish the lady who played in How to Get Away with Murder, I wish she would play Nina Simone in her later years. Like if they show different actors of hers, different stages in life, I think in her final years, the lady from How to Get Away with Murder would play her very, very well. And so the next two songs, this is going to be historical remixes. This is going to be, well, at least the next one, the Nina Simone remix. The original song, this was a very difficult song to remix, and the original song, I think, got 30 million views. The original version. But I'm looking into my Dropbox file, and I see 9 Inch Nails. And this is only for people that's really, really... All right, the next two will be historical. We'll do Nina and Marvin remixes. We'll bring them into we'll bring them in, into this century where we got electric cars and flying vehicles and 5G technology. We're going to bring them into this century. But I'm on a different computer. This is my newer computer, and I don't have access to every file. I see 9 Inch Nails. We did have Soldier of Love. Yeah. I don't know, family. I don't know. So let me check into another archive. Oh, it might be here. Let's see. I see let me play a Wu-Tang Capadonna remix I did. I can't find the Nina right now, but this is Capadonna featuring Turnpike Ike. All right, and if you play this song with the music video, the vocals will still match the original video and the original tempo. Even though the beat sounds fast, everything will line up if you play the original video and this song simultaneously. So we're gonna roll with the Capadonna remix for now, and while I look for the Nina, okay?
We're gonna take a trip right now. Like we always do about this time.
Crazy shit, riding on the side of the horse, Desperado style. I'm on my Zigger, pillage for life. Ain't no hook, pillage in the building, yeah, we never shook. Hard jeans, make a nigga feel like a rugged look. Acid E-pills, Molly and Boogerfoot. Yeah. Old young coulda took a little time to give a push to homies that's reppin'. Mine is a weapon, no hook for these lessons. Get it on the street, you don't have to be at the session. Poppy Wardrobe King got a crib near the Mexicans. Back in New York, me and the mob be on Lexington. ID is good at the police, try flex again. Can't stop us, we only in the hood when we pop up. Chop up, package it, show 'em rough. ACGs, black down, black truck, black niggas pull over black as a fuck. African shit, get what? Nobody move, nobody get body in the building, yeah, nobody get touched.
And this year it's been a slight change of plans, yeah. Cause y'all niggas never really stood a chance, yeah. And this year watch me do it for the fans, do it for the kids, I'm like DJ Lance. Rock, sometimes your life is topsy-turvy, Me, I'm trying to get it early, okay? As long as fiends snorting girly, I'ma grab the world by the short and curlies. My MO is to get this dough. So, I need blow like the driven snow. Okay, I need hoes that can touch they toes. I'm real like Michael Jackson's first snow. Yeah, niggas in the hood say I'm on fire. Nigga, I'm in the hood like carbon fiber. She could be parking the Aston Martin. Okay, I still give it a boot. Doc Martin.
We design the vines, guard energy. We define our time through our melody. And I ain't trying to hear the shit these niggas telling. No, listen to these industry niggas, I be a seller. No flavor, watch a game like a nosy. Understand how they do, so I don't sign them. I know, just do major things, move about like modern kings. Everybody know what sagas and my niggas sing. See the repertoire, more than on my jaw. On my grizzly niggas better leave they business card. You ain't got one, man, you ain't about shit. This is a new day, dog, we figured out this. You ain't programmed, money made no hands. No physical effort, work for no man. See, we enterprise, nigga, this is just us. And if you ain't down with it, nigga, tough luck.
Take a trip right now. Like we always do about this time.
Well, the Nina Simone remix is on my other computer. I just turned it on. I'm going to upload it to Dropbox. And like I said, Diva was playing some rock music. She was showing her audience other music that she likes and listens to. And so as a tribute to that, wow, because this is a process going on in the background, I'm going to play a remix of a rock song by Nine Inch Nails, okay? And you tell me if you know the original title of this song. Alrighty? Alrighty.
You may violate you. You may desecrate you. You may penetrate you. You may complicate you. Help me. I broke up my insides. Help me. I've got no soul to tell. Help me. The only thing that works for me. Help me get away from myself. I don't wanna see the same. Help me think of somebody else. I wanna get home. I wanna feel you for me inside. I wanna feel you again. Seriously, you can't be such a god. No one can do it like no one can do it like
and I happen to be privileged enough to be in on the fact that we have been visited on this planet. And the UFO phenomenon is real, although it's been covered up by our government for quite a long time. It is a real phenomenon, and there's quite a few of us. It's been well covered up by all of our governments for the last 60 years or so, but slowly it's leaked out, and some of us have been briefed on some of it. But I've also been in military circles and intelligence circles that knows beneath the surface of what has been public knowledge.
There's a lot of crowd out there today. Let's hear them play.
You can't have my sensation. You can't have the hate that it brings. You can't have my everything. You can't have my everything. Help me to have my reason. Help me to knock you down. Help me make me perfect. Help me think of somebody else. I wanna get home.
No one can do it better.
No one can do it better. No one can do it better. No one can do it better. No one can do it better.
Well, let's see here. All right. Yeah, that song would have been great for a scene in Kill Bill. Yeah, it's out there. But I like jungle music. It came from the Jamaican community of the UK. And when I first heard that kind of music, I always wanted to learn how to make it. I always thought it was cool. because it wasn't fast and it wasn't slow. It was both at the same time. And then I've heard people like Brian McKnight, Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu. I've heard jungle versions of all these guys. Like even the dude from Canada, I can't think of his name. I've heard remixes of. I even heard a remix of that old song "You Putting the Rush on Me." I think that's Denise Williams or the other girl, and yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, you'd be surprised what they jungleize, which they Anyway, yeah, jungle music is very spiritual, but it came from the black community of the UK, the Jamaican community, and they never had a name for it. The white English called it jungle. It was like, oh, that's that jungle music, those guys, and and so they just kept the name. Just like one of their jungle artists' name is Dago, and that's a derogatory name towards blacks too, but he embraced it and turned it around to make it something positive. And he's remixed the girl from Philly, and they had a group called Four Hero that was just done amazing work. So anyway, I've only was able to find a Stronger Than Pride remix, Right On by Marvin Gaye remix, and a song my father did called Brand New Cadillac. Okay? And that's all I got. Yeah, I mean, look, if you had to drive 500 miles and you was listening to LTJ Bookham Logical Progression Sessions, okay, and these guys are like they got to be in their early 40s on that album, and when it came out, it was 25 a pop. It's a double CD album. All their albums are double CD. You would a 5-hour drive. You would get, 500 miles. Usually it's 5 hours. You would get there in 3 hours and 45 minutes listening to that music, because you would feel like you're not going that fast, but you're going very fast. You'll be traveling without moving. That's a tough one. That is such a tough question, because I like the way Regina Bell sings Save the Children. I like the way she sings it. So, I like Right On for my own personal reasons, like Right On. You know what I'm saying? But Trouble Man is just the classic, Trouble Man. But Hear My Dear, that album is incredible. Hear My Dear, because that represented the past and the future, and that was the proceeds from that album was going to go to his divorce settlement. So it took him 3 months to make it, 3 years to release it, and the artwork was great, and it was a tribute to his new girlfriend, wife, and a tribute to his ex-wife. So he had a 12-minute song on that album called Space 2000. See, Marvin Gaye was into the future too. And when he made the Midnight Love album and stuff, it had drum machines on the project because he recorded it in Belgium and Germany. So that's a tough one, That's a tough question to answer. But Right On, I did a remix to it, but it's that bass line. People pick and choose what they hear in the music, but for Right On, the bass player repeats the same line over and 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 over until you go into a trance for 7 minutes. Just like that Lucy Pearl project, Raphael Sadiq played the tuba on the song, and it was he just repeated the same line because Raphael Sadiq was a bass player for Prince, and cool as hell. I mean, we could call Dwayne Wiggins right now and have him live on the show right now if you wanted to, but he could talk through the phone. But Raphael Sadiq played the tuba in college, and he played the tuba like a bass. In Mexican music they use the tuba like a bass. So on the Lucy Pearl album, he had a bass line that went boom 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 boom. He did it but way more swing. But I was like, wait a minute, that's a fucking tuba. So some bass lines, because bass is a very dark instrument that can invoke the spirits, and the bass is the bass and the drums, that's a whole separate division from everybody else. If the foundation ain't right, if the bass and the drum player is not in pocket, because a bass player is usually, even though it's seen as a musical instrument, the bass player is really a percussionist. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, the reason why I'm stalling, because I'm waiting for the video to load up. That's all. Waiting for the video to load up and into Dropbox. And we might be, I think we're there. Let me look for the video. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I don't see it yet. Well, yeah, the video is still uploading. So I'm really not that good. You played the trumpet in middle and high school. I played the sax since I was 6 and was in the School of the Arts in high school and played jazz and stuff. But it's like riding a bicycle. The saxophone is harder. Right on, Diva. Yeah, right on. I'm waiting for Dropbox is slow as Methuselah. But it's on a different computer. And then when you ain't turned on the computer in a long time, it be they gotta load all this extra stuff. They gotta do extra. They gotta update the Dropbox files. Hey, it's never too late. Some of the best jazz musicians didn't get into the instrument until late in life. Well, you know what? I'll do a Quincy Jones remix, Bedtime Story, while we wait on these videos to load up. Okay? Well, family, I had to do some chatting behind the scene. I had to ignore the chat room. And so, I'm tired of this is my last show. I don't need this shit. I can do this anywhere on any platform. I can get my own website. So I'm done. Because I just come on there to entertain and do my shit. I don't care. When you in here, this is the neutral zone. What you do outside of here, it's your own business. I just got a warning about memory. What you do outside of here, whoever you offend or whatever, is I don't know how you just can't do shows and get on with your business. I mean, this is not a dating website. This is not. It's like television. That's why they call it YouTube, your television, your way, and they let you have TV your way, and you cannot just make shows. You know what I'm saying? So I do not see. This stuff is taking too long to load up. It's taking too long to load up. But yeah, some stuff went on behind the scene, some chat behind the scene and some messages. And that stuff has nothing to do with me. Just like on Star Trek, there's a nightclub where the Klingons or Star Wars, there's a club where everybody go and drink, right? Just like in Vietnam War, there's a whorehouse where the enemy, America and the enemy go to the same whorehouse but at different times, right? But in the whorehouse, they don't try to kill each other. And when they leave, it's on again. Just like in Star Wars, it's the bar in space. And when they go outside the bar, even when the fight starts in the bar, they run to their ship and jump out in space and start fighting in space. And that's how I feel about in here. You know what I'm saying? Outside of here, y'all could try to kill each other, sue each other, whatever, But yeah, it's a trip. Yeah, I had to step out of the studio in a private DM, and the title of the show is a friendly, a positive show about happiness, and somebody tried to do a drive-by. You see what I'm saying? And this is my show, my chat room. I work it how I want. You notice that Diva doesn't have a wrench, and I bet people got a smile on their face about that. But the wrench, put the amount of people that's been blocked in this room, put that number in the chat room. The amount of people that's been blocked in this room or is told not to be here. You're not welcome here. I've never went to somebody else's chat and looked at people in the audience and started blocking them before they came in the rooms. So even when they first arrived, they can't come in here. I don't know what people do behind closed doors, behind the scenes. I don't know how many heart tattoos you got by your eyes. I'm the music guy. I'm that dude. So, I don't know what's going on. I've been doxxed, and my picture and name has been put out there, and I'm not crying. Now people do some foul stuff. Like this lady said, you can suck my son's dick. She said that on YouTube. So and she already proved that she has no shame. No shame at all. If you don't like it, kiss her ass. You don't tell her what to do. And when she said that, I said that I'm done with talking about her. I'm going to let her rock. I'm done. You see? Yes. Yeah, we are not pressed over here. A motherfucker can't even come say hi to me. I knew eventually it was going to be my turn because I'm almost at 1,000. All right. I knew it eventually. Now, look, I don't have a problem. I want that person to know, I don't know if they're listening, that what you told me, I respect that and I agree with you. You absolutely right about what you said and how you feel about what you said. All right. And there were some people that left my chat room. That shit happens all the time. All right. You had a right to leave, and I respect the fact that you left, and I respect your anger, and your anger is valid. You should be mad. But whatever that person did, they did it outside of my chat room, and I did not endorse it. I've never talked about it. I've never re-aired it or showed it or talked about it. You see what I'm saying? And this is the neutral zone. They are cowboys and Indians come in here. Buffalo soldiers, rebels, all right, sheriffs, deputies, all right, illegal aliens. They all come in here, feds. But in here, you're just a person. When you go to the mosque, you put on your prayer clothes, your Mercedes is parked around the corner. Nobody knows how much money you got. Nobody know who you are. They just know that you came to pray. You see what I'm saying? I tried to create a safe space and a safe place. But in this chat room, a wrench don't have the same meaning as a wrench somewhere else. It's not divisive here. I'm not using it to try to get donations or to keep people in my room because maybe they never had a wrench somewhere else or never ever going to get a wrench somewhere else. I don't give it to people to make them feel better than other people. It's just a dress code. It's just a suit jacket that you get at the private club, at the restaurant, because you didn't wear a blazer when you came in. You see what I'm saying? That's all. It doesn't mean that, if you do this or do that. I mean, if you sell heroin, I'm not going to give you a wrench. If you are a content creator and you have a channel and you have enemies, then you're going to get a wrench. All right? And it gets ugly out there in the YouTube streets. But I'm not the YouTube police, and I'm not the YouTube Martin Luther King. All right? But, yeah, I'm not the YouTube Malcolm X. I'm not the YouTube NAACP. My channel ain't based on drama. I don't go live angry. If you got a wrench, post one video where I'm angry and loud and cussing people out and calling people all kind of bitches and showing people kids or showing people nude pictures or catfishing somebody or threatening somebody with a pistol. people in my chat room had some serious enemies, and some of them have done some fucked up stuff and said some terrible stuff. But if they come by and say hi, I throw up the peace sign and keep it moving. Cause I might not have seen that show. I might not have been there. I can't see everybody's show at the same time, but I dip in and dip out. And then when I hear rumors and gossips that can be researched and turn out to be fact, I go, okay, that's cool. I see how they roll and how they rock. I hope that they change one day. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I thank God that people are strong-minded and they so confident in themselves that they don't worry about certain stuff. Because out of everybody on YouTube, the only person that really could have an issue with me is Vic. And I think Vic has been patient with me. And if Vic hit me behind the scenes, I would probably take what he say to heart. You know, because he kind of feel me on how you let this shit go over your shoulder, like just blow it off, brush it off your shoulder. You know, because this is just the internet, this is this YouTube, there's Vimeo, there's Twitch, there's live stream, Ustream. There's so many other. I can be Shaka Zulu tomorrow on Ustream and start a whole thing and just keep it going for 2 years. I don't have to be Lordship on YouTube when I can't just have a show. I can't help it if other people is part of the beef sector and stuff like that. Don't enter that sector if you can't handle it. Because if I was in the beef sector, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry, I'm ignoring the chat, but I tell you this. I don't want to say it, but let me say this, because I can do it. I can say 3 things, right? Threatening to skull fuck somebody's dead relative's skull, or threatening to put somebody's child on the black chat, or putting somebody's child face between their parents' legs in a picture or video. That's all on the same page. That's all on the same level. You see what I'm saying? It's all in the same ballpark. If I blocked or took wrenches from everybody that somebody had an issue with, there will be nobody hardly with wrenches or hardly in this chat room. Now I'm going to read the chat room. You doing that under Uncle Fester? Mine's me. I can go find place of lordship. Take me to different worlds. Lordship is a gentleman with intellect. We appreciate this type of coolness. Facts. You're solid, bro. Stay neutral. What the fuck? Yeah, man. Who have clean hands? What level of sin is higher than another? We're not even born free of sin. We're born into sin and have to be forgiven of the sin that we already have when we get here. You know, I haven't been that angry where I've taken things to extreme levels. So I can be a little judgmental because I haven't took anything. I haven't threatened anyone's life or threatened to do something that will be, harmful to someone or very extremely embarrassing or slanderous to someone. I don't care what you say. That's what I'm saying. Even Star Trek in the holodeck and stuff like that. So I hope that the people who contacted me that had an issue, I hope that they are listening, because I want to say, number one, I apologize if I knew that was going to affect you on like that. Then I probably would have thought twice and did something different. But this is a pattern. Every time something like this happens, I lose 2 or 3 people. That's why my audience don't go no higher than 28 or so people, because people see things and they go, oh, fuck that dude. He did that. Oh, fuck that shit. But I got enough problems. I don't worry about other people's problems unless you you've been convicted, or you parking in front of people's house trying to kidnap their children from the elementary school, and you're beating your wife and molesting yeah. But as far as metaphorically, like on the internet, all that metaphorical stuff, that stuff don't mean anything. It's just word. It's like metaphors. It's like you pulled up, you pulled up on me, this and that. Those are just metaphors. Can't nobody pull up on you unless they really pull up on you, and that has happened in these YouTube streets. So, I'm just trying to say that somebody just fucking ruined the day. I wasn't even thinking about that shit. Ain't even. When certain people come in the chat room, I ain't finna sit there and go, oh, yeah, that's the person who. Well, let me check my people. Hey, so and so in my chat, did they do some fuck shit? What? Oh shit! Damn, I'm glad you told me, cause that would have, you know what I'm saying. But you know what? That goes to show you I don't be in people's business that much. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to do is don't allow yourself to be victimized. Take your children off the internet. Get your own Wix website and put your kids on that website and give friends and family access to that. Wix is beautiful. It's very fancy now. It came a long way. Wix has been around 20 years. Get your family pictures off Pixel. Get it off Facebook. Get it off Instagram. Put everything on private. Be careful who you let be your friends. I know somebody who they was trying to improve their credit, and they were watching a video of a black lady. She got out of a Mercedes truck and walked inside her place, and she gave a whole lecture on improving your credit. And some foreigner in the chat room, some foreigner in the comments, no, not even a foreigner, a lady said, oh, I know this guy who can really improve your credit, and put the number. So that's called phishing. So the girl didn't know that that's called phishing, and she just saw the nice video, but I said it wasn't her number. Why would somebody advertise on somebody else's video? And then the lady who had the video was black. The guy whose number was recommended was like Russian or something, and I said, well, what made you think that person was professional? Who would leave a phone number? Who would recommend somebody's number in a comment on a video? You trying to get set up. Either that person is legit, or that person's going to do something illegal to help you out. You see what I'm saying? That's called phishing. But see, a lot of us don't know what these things are when they run across it. And then they also confuse real life with the internet. So no, this has nothing to. There's nobody in this chat room right now that caused any problem. That includes Diva. I don't know why Diva left, but this ain't about Diva. It's not about her. I don't know if she's still listening, but this has nothing to do with her. So yeah, it's some yeah, everything. Everybody hit me up behind the scenes. Look, Somebody called me and told me how they felt about my show today. That's all. That's why this show went to a dead stop. That's why it came to a dead stop. It came to a screeching halt. And it's all because of who who comes by and say hello. But I got some people that some people consider notorious. And some people really hate. But when they come here, they just be chilling. Everybody be chilling. You see what I'm saying? And some of these people donate too. You see? Y'all see the movie credits? I'm just saying, Diva didn't have to leave. It ain't about her. It had nothing to do with her. I didn't say her name. Nobody contacted me behind the scenes about Diva. All I said is people watch the chat room so closely. I'm sure they noticed Diva didn't have a wrench and probably was like, yeah, I'm glad, I'm gonna start watching him now because she don't have a wrench anymore. She's still gonna come through. Shout out to Auntie and everybody. But I'm really thinking about, chilling out for a minute. I don't need to do these shows. I'll just be, I get DMs for chat rooms I show up in, and I get DMs for people appearing in my chat rooms. So what you want me to do? Live for someone else. Once I'm aware of certain things, I can have my opinion about it and move on from there, but and find out more about it. But I'm just saying, a lot of us have done and said, even if it was a response, two wrongs don't make a right. Even if it was a response, there is a line you shouldn't cross. And some people have said publicly, I go all out. I don't spare no one. I don't spare nobody kids. I don't spare nobody feelings. Everybody can get it. And I've heard that from both sides of the fence. You see what I'm saying? Both sides of the fence. Like, skull fuck your dead something's corpse and people kids, pornography and the black web and all kind of shit. Even a dude that said he was going to kill his own mother, and he told the story how he threatened his own mother's life and tried to show up before she went to work, but she wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I've heard some terrible things by YouTubers said to other people that I knew first, that I associate with. We all strangers. We don't know each other. I don't know, I don't know people's real names. They don't know my real name. We didn't grow up together. We met online, and we're casual associates. I haven't said what my political party is. None of that stuff. So, but, you have people who maintain a certain level of decorum and have their own code that they live by, and people shouldn't even go to certain levels, even if they feel they attack, because you can't attack somebody unless you're in their presence. Being attacked online is a metaphor. It's not a real event. You can't charge somebody with assault if they're not in your face. You cannot charge somebody with battery if they're not in your face. And I'm not in that beef world sector. So it will get ugly in that beef world sector. It will get ugly. Yeah, I feel that kids and women are off limits. So if you're gonna be a beefer, and you're gonna be one of those people that fights online in chat rooms and on panels, you need to board up your house first. You know what I'm saying? So the person who tried to get their credit repaired and gave their first name and last name and what city they live in and what city they used to live in, while the person was talking to them on the phone, that person was looking up their Facebook to get the birth date. So that person needed 5 things to use their credit and their name to make some money off of, because it's obviously a scammer that's phishing, right? So I told the lady to quickly change your name on Facebook and put everything on private. I'm sure everybody knows that you're not broke and you're married now and you're happy and you have things and you graduated and you're successful. You don't got to prove that to anybody anymore. You can put your stuff on private, change your last name, and then block that gentleman from your phone. You see what I'm saying? But if I have offended anyone by my actions today, let me apologize for that. And I never knew how the person who contacted me, I never knew how they felt about that other person, and I never knew how they felt about that action. And none of this have anything to do with Diva. Diva didn't have to leave. It had nothing to do with her, but I guess she felt, let me see. This has, Diva is not listening to the show. Would somebody DM Diva and tell her that none of this has nothing to do with her? You know? If you was at a club and certain people came into the club, you already know who's notorious and who's not, who has a rep, who's to be feared, who's not to be played with. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, and things like that. Yeah, so I said, look, change your name on your Facebook, block that person's number. You did give your first and last name in former city and present city. You didn't give your maiden name, but your maiden name is on your Facebook. So change that, put everything on private. And luckily there's other people with your name. But while he was talking to you, he was already researching you during the conversation. So let that be a message to everyone. Like, if somebody don't have a website, they don't have an office, and somebody's recommending somebody else in somebody else's video that ain't even in the same nationality or country as the person that made the video, has no connections, that would be a red flag. You see what I'm saying? That would be a red flag. Now, I don't know why Diva left, but sometimes people personalize and internalize things. But let me be clear. This whole incident didn't have anything to, it had nothing to do with her. Yeah, it doesn't. Anyway, you see how that can happen? Look, a positive show about happiness, and somebody can still pull a pistol in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? You frisk everybody at the door. You think everything is cool, and I'm not perfect. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Now everybody mad at Lordship. Well, drag me, hang me out to dry. I didn't know. And what am I supposed to do? But like, I let them know that Wrench is this Wrench. Hey, I'm tired of seeing names in white in my chat room, so I gave everybody blue wrenches so it looked different. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Videos taking forever. Hey, a Dapper on Good, Clean, Fun, Blase. Yay. You got me fucked up. You got me twisted. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do shows and just chill. Listen to the lyrics. You know what I mean? Listen to the lyrics.
They hate notice you to the streets. They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you know what's what.
On the you to the streets. You got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.
Yeah, so that's what all I got to say about that. And yeah. Yeah, but I guess like I said, the other person oh shit. What is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay. The other person cut out. Anyway, yeah, that's your free copy. If you like that song, that's your free copy. Download it. That's your free copy. If you like that song, that's for you. Download it.
They don't want me to be. They all wanna have this beef. Yeah. But it really don't matter to me. Oh, you got me twisted. You got me fucked up. You really don't know me. Yeah. You got me twisted. Oh, you got me fucked up. You really don't wanna mess with me. Yeah.
You got me twisted like I'm flexible. Straight out of pocket like deductibles. Don't mess with Bill. That's great advice. You best to keep shit drill. I'm nothing nice. I stand my ground like I'm Gucci. Got me all twisted like I'm some type of goofy. Have you fucked up? Hit you so fast you don't know what's what.
On the you to the streets, you got me twisted.
So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.
Okay. 1 2 1 2. Hold on. Damn, why? There we go. All right. So anyway, all hell broke loose because who knows what. I don't want to give no details. Thank you. You like the song? And I like the song too. I've been bumping it in the car. If you download it from Dropbox and it's on your phone, because to get the best sound quality, even though it's an MP3, if you download it and you bump it in the car, or it's a big headphones, it's in surround sound, so it got bass, it's gonna be banging. It's gonna be banging. So I think that I try to keep it comfy, and when shit go down, I shut it down. You know, when there's an argument on the dance floor, if there's pistols drawn, I cut the show. But this happened behind the scenes. It didn't happen in the show. So yeah, I changed my image and my style of doing things, and that's why I started the United Smart Broadcasting Collective. If you want to be positive, if you want to symbolize you're not a part of the drama anymore, just ask me for a copy of the logo, and you can use it. It's a great logo. It has a value of like $100. You can have it for free to symbolize you're not down with the drama anymore. Key Deadman uses it. I use it. A few people use it. All right, believe it or not. And maybe I'll go live later, but I need to talk to people and really, see if we can come to an understanding. Okay? All right. And if anybody was offended, I apologize. Okay? So, this is what I'm about. This is what I stand for. Signing out.
Hi, this is Anthony Harris. You're listening to the broadcast and live stream of the United Smart Broadcasters Collective. And we promise to bring you great content and also interesting visuals. Now, we promise that if you're a good listener, we'll be a good communicator, and communications is the key. If you have any questions about our organization, please contact His Lordship on IG at His Lordship 2020. That's right, His Lordship 2020 on Instagram. We promise you great sound quality, stimulating visuals, and great conversations, because we also listen too. So thank you for tuning in to His Lordship live stream.